story to tell. Sometimes news is true, and sometimes news is fake. But in John Seiska's story, the true story of the three little pigs, we get to hear the wolf's side of the story. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody's ever heard my side of the story. I am Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me out. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies, sheep, and pigs. It's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would think you're probably big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back, once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny, and I had a terrible sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind would build their house out of straw? So of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't just want to walk in someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar from my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? The whole house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dirty as a doornail. He hadn't been home the whole time, and it seemed like a shame for the perfectly good hand dinner lying in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the bell in the stick house and called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, Wolf! You can't come in! I'm shaking the hairs on my chinny chin chin! I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe this, but that guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dirty as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as the second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother, and he must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house, no answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf! Don't bother me again! Talk about impolite. Probably had a whole sack full of sugar, but then gave me one little cup for my dear old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit in a pit! Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break the pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest they say is history. The news reporters found about the 2 pigs I had for dinner, and they figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down stuff. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's the real story. I was framed.